Oh, the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout.
For most mothers, reading to your child is an everyday pleasure. But for Elena, Vincent, and 10-month-old Violet, it's even more meaningful. Violet was born with retinoblastoma, a rare and sometimes hereditary eye cancer that can result in blindness. Elena was one of the first survivors in Canada to keep all of her vision. She wanted the same for Violet.
I said from the start, the moment I found out that she had retinoblastoma, that I would do anything, like the best choice for her. It was the choice I would make.
So when Violet was just 10 days old, Elena took her to the hospital for sick kids in Toronto. At the time, the only hospital in Canada with a special scanner to identify the tiny tumors in her eyes. Doctors found 2 in the first days there. But Violet and Elena ended up having to stay for another 7 weeks, away from husband Chris and their young son.
He saw a 5-pound baby leave, and he saw a 9-pound baby return. So he missed a lot of the newborn stage. Luckily, she decided to save her first smiles for when we got home.
She's gone back to Toronto 8 times, each hospital visit shorter than the last. Alberta Health covered the travel and medical costs, but the hotel stays, lost income, and extra childcare drained thousands from the family's savings.
Is that going to be a picture of Violet?
Krista Hendrickson wanted to help her friend, so she started a GoFundMe page to raise awareness and some money.
Well, the family's just so kind and so nice, and Elena's so giving and so generous and just so loving that it's just a way for me to give back to her, because we're here to support each other, and I know that she would do the same thing for me if I needed it.
For those who thought I wasn't going to take out the eye during the show, you should have looked at the poster.
Another retinoblastoma survivor in Edmonton is also raising awareness. Stephanie Morin-Robert performs at the Fringe. She tells the story of having her eye removed and the fear that it might happen to her daughter Olive too. Violet and Elena met them after the show. Stephanie is the first survivor they've met who doesn't share their genetics.
I think like anything, community makes the world of a difference. And when you think you're struggling through something, you feel isolated, you feel lonely, or whatever it may be, there's usually a group of people somewhere going through a very similar thing.
Stephanie and Elena are hoping that by sharing their stories, babies like Violet will get the treatment they need. Jordan Olmsted, CBC News, Edmonton.